Last night I did not upload, or the night before, because I was on the north rim of the Grand Canyon and there was absolutely zero signal. There was no way it was happening. So I would like to tell you about my Grand Canyon adventure on the north rim. I show up, all alpha and ego, male jacked, ready. And I look at the different levels of difficulty that were on the canyon. And I'm like, Chris, oh, I'm sorry, CC Motion 1998. What's good, fam? You know what it is? I just started the story of the Grand Canyon North Rim section today. I apologize for not uploading my live feed last night. There was zero signal except for an SOS, and it wouldn't let me go on. So, here we go. I get up this morning, all ready to get going down the canyon, get my gear on. My little bag, I use a knife, some electrolyte powder, this gallon jug of water. I fill up 3/4 of it, damn near. Darn near. Load it up with water and electrolyte and Gatorade. Pound it down. I'm getting my boots on, or my shoes, my hiking shoes. I get my stick. I get my trusty little cap on here, my Jumanji cap. God bless Robin Williams. Rest in peace. He was awesome. Still is awesome in my opinion, because we just change energy. Anyhow, I head to the canyon and I look at the sign and I'm like, well, that's only at 0.4 miles. I'm doing more than that. And it says difficult. 4-mile trip. So I'm thinking 4 mile down, 4 mile back. Then a difficult 5-mile trip, 5 mile down, 5 mile back. And I'm like, that's the one I'm going to. So I start hiking the trail. I look at my time. I'm going, I'm huffing and puffing. My lungs are pounding, I'm breathing. Beautiful sight. I'll put pictures up. Hello, everybody. Hello, hello, hello. And I'm walking, and the path is getting a little bit skinnier, and I'm like, all right, here we go. I'm excited. And then I start thinking it gets wide again, and I'm thinking, this is a bunch of crap, man. I can't believe this is supposed to be difficult. And oh my gosh, I just dropped chicken. Anyhow, as I'm walking, I look, and I'm like, Pathan, number one, you're number one player. So I'm looking, and I'm like, oh man, this is going to be easy. I'm going. I look at the clock, pull out my phone. It says 11:40, and that's like, I'm sorry, it says 11:12, and that's like a half hour more than I had started at, and I was only at like 1 mile, and I'm like, you got to be kidding me, man. I had been training in Ohio, dragging sleds that had 35 pounds total up and down hills. I could do 3 miles in 55 minutes, and I'm dragging butt, so I'm like, oh, man. So I'm going along with my stick, going, and I get to this hill. I go down the hill, and the path gets a little bit skinnier, and I'm like, ooh, that's a little more challenging. You're in Ohio, Jamie? Heck yeah. Well, let me tell you, good for you, heck yeah. Biceps, let's see it. All right, playa. You ready? Boom! All right. Love that. All right, so back to the story. I'm going down. And I see this family go by. I just want to tell everybody hello. And I don't want to lose. Family goes by. I'm like, oh, man. Can't be that. Am I related to Arnold? Schwarzenegger? He ain't nearly as alpha as me, playa. He wishes. I'm younger, but I'm more gangster. Anyhow, family goes by. I'm like, trail can't be that bad. He got two kids, a wife, and a dad. and they weren't breathing too heavy. So I keep walking, right? And I see a sign, 1.5 miles. I'm like, all right. I look at the time. About 1 hour. I'm like, okay. So I'm going a little slower than I expected, but I did expect that nonetheless because it's high altitude training. I think it was like 6,000 or 7,000 feet. I'm not sure which one above sea level. And I'm going. Kazan, woo! And I get to this trail and it starts to like lose sight. And I was like, whoa, that doesn't look right. So I keep walking, it gets wide again. And it says, it says 0.4 for this trail that begins with an S and then 0.6 for another one. So I'm like, all right, well, let's go. So I keep walking. I'm 2 miles in. And I get to this point in the trail, which I'm going to put up in the shorts feed tomorrow and in the pictures. So stay tubed. Yes, tubed, I said, for YouTube. Stay tubed. I'm going to have pictures of the trail. And I'm walking along. And I'm like, something's not right. I said, this is way too thin. This cannot be the trail that I was following. So I look behind me. I start walking. And as I'm walking, I slide. Now, if you look to the left of you, it's 9 miles of a drop to the ground before you hit the ground. So I think in physics, you'll get there in 3 seconds, but you're done. People have fallen off this trail all the time. And I slid, and I'm like, oh, oh. You know, I got my primal roar out, stick my stick in the ground, kind of pull myself up, and I'm like, this is insane. So I turn back around. Now I'm like, there's no way that I didn't get lost. So I turn around, start walking, and I think of that scene from Indiana Jones. And I believe it's The Last Crusade, the one where he's going for the cup of Christ, and he grabs his heart, and he steps on the trail he can't see, and all of a sudden, boom, he sees the trail and walks across it. I'm like, I'm going back, man, because I'm telling you, that trail, it just must be difficult or something. So I go back, and I climb down as far as I can go, and man, I got the heebie-jeebies so bad, I said, I'm not doing this, I'm going to die. I turn around, I go back, I walk all the way back. It takes me a total of 2 hours to go 4 miles. And then I look at the trail and I feel like a weak loser because I didn't do anything that I set out to do except get to the Grand Canyon to hike on it. And I look down and it says difficult right where I was at. So it also said 4 miles round trip. So I was a mile shy of an area that I didn't know. And by the way, this jug was a quarter filled on the bottom with electrolyte water and Gatorade. And I drank almost all of it. And that was stopping and taking sips. And with almost 3/4 of a gallon in me. And I was exhausted, smoked. I had ate salmon beforehand. When I got done, I ate some cookies and some salmon out of a bag from Walmart. And man, I was like, okay, well, that's not too bad. I at least accomplished something that was scary. I almost died, and I made it out alive. So, that being said, I said, I'm going to the South Rim, because the South Rim is a little wider of a trail, and I want to get the full 10 miles I set out for. So right now, I am right by the South Trail, the South Rim in Arizona, and I'm chilling out for the night. And if you go check out the upload I put up yesterday, is how to do the carpet. So from now on, I'm just going to be uploading how-tos of like doing the finishing touches of the van, because it's not much. I kept mine pretty primitive. I just put carpet, cedar walls in, everything that I did. You can go check out my channel, subscribe, check it out, see all the stuff I did. There's affiliate links for all the supplies that you need and all that in the descriptions. From now on, it's going to be the uploads of Utah, shorts of the travel, Flagstaff. Where else did I go in Arizona? All these different places. I'm going to have all this content up with the traveling. Now on probably Wednesdays, I'll do the how-tos on Tuesday, how to do the van life, how to live the van life, and then the what it's been like living the van life on Wednesdays. So subscribe to the channel. Be ready. I'm going to do constant live uploads on the live feed. And anybody has any questions, man, shoot. Let's see it. All right. Let's laugh. Let's have a good time. By the way, chicken on sale right now at Walmart. $3.97 for 32 ounces of meat. And I'm probably going to eat the whole thing because I love chicken and I don't think you can die from it. Subscribe. Jamie, you rock. Jamie rocks. Woo! All right. Heck yeah. So what's the Northrop Leadhead? Bro, little odd. Dude, I almost died. It was insane, dude. It was so insane. Oh my God. Little odd. Yeah, that's definitely not the word for it. I would love for it to have been a little odd, but I'm agreeing with you. Like, I wish they would have said that on the trail. Like, they use the word difficult. What they don't say is you can die real easy. Difficult. That would be a way better way, I think, to describe it. Like, who remembers Street Fighter 2 Turbo? Like, they would have medium, hard, difficult, super hard. You'd fight Vega, M. Bison, Sagat, all those guys. And it's like, you couldn't even hit them, man. You couldn't even hit them without the cheat codes. It's like that level difficult. It would have been nice if they would have given me a little warning. Not like, Chris, you can die on this trail, but like, people have died here. Tons of people. So I was talking to my buddy Mark, and he said there's books about how many people have passed away on the Grand Canyon. There's been people that have flown in there with a plane, and something happened, and they, boom, right into the side of the canyon. I was like, man, that's so scary, so crazy. It's the most majestic thing I've ever seen in my life, but I've done a lot of crazy stuff. That was definitely the scariest. Because, like, one time I was swimming in the ocean, and I hugged a shark. I'll tell that story down the road. But, yeah, that was scary. That was one of the scariest for sure. Because there's nobody around. You're by yourself in those woods, and all you think about is, like, what if there's, like, a cougar or a buffalo? He just walks up and kicks me right in the head. You know, and I kept thinking, you know, the worst part isn't falling and dying on the Grand Canyon. The worst part would be falling, being paralyzed, and have the hawks and the crows see you laying there. That would be the bad part. So, all right, enough about morbid stuff. What's everybody's favorite dinner? Like, what's your favorite thing to eat? And if you had three choices on an island, what would be the three foods that you would want to eat on the island? Melee 2404, what's up, playa? I know you've been following regular. You're a regular with Lead Hit and everybody else. I got to give you a shout out, man. I see you regularly commenting. That helps with the algorithm. And you know what? I've gotten to the point, like, I was driving tonight, and I'm like, it's getting so frustrating. Because you can get caught up like, oh, do I have subscribers? I don't give a shit anymore. What I care about is the people I'm talking to now. Because those are the people that would be ribeye all day long. How do you do it? Rare, medium rare, medium well or well done. Potato soup, beef and noodles, ham and beans. Dude, that's like a total complete protein. You're living forever there, Jamie. And mid? So mid rare or just medium? Who here knows the mid trick that cooks use? So check this out. If you push that and you bounce the knife on it, that's rare. Medium rare, medium, well. That's how cooks will judge the bounce on the knife, when you can feel that. So that right there is, well, I'm alpha male, so that's like medium rare because my hands are extra strong. Yeah, Jamie definitely, I would say out of all of us, like, she definitely hit the tastiest dinner to live with every day for the rest of your life, stranded on an island, for sure. That's the carbohydrates, the complex carbohydrates, because it's potatoes, the soup, the ham, the meat, the beef, and the beans. So that's also like, what is that? That's That's the paleo diet, if I'm not mistaken. Like, if you're on a paleo diet, that's like, you can eat that every day. Heck yeah. Hats off to the lady from Ohio, Jamie. She's the winner. Ding, 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 ding. Boom. Winner. I would say, if mine, I'm gonna keep it real with you guys. Cheese pizza, extra crispy, garlic butter, and Cool Ranch Doritos, and soda water. Even though I don't eat that often, if I'm gonna eat something for the rest of my life on an island, I want it to be that. Like right now, I'm eating raw chicken, and I eat, bags of salmon all day and tuna fish. And I drink gallons of water. But if I'm living somewhere for the rest of my life, forever on a soda water, oh yeah, my buddy, rest in peace, Tom O'Grady. He's my boy. He's the one who gave me my walking stick. Soda water, he'd call it gas water. Yeah, like Perrier, or I just call it soda water. I think I call it soda because I spent so much time in Florida. Like, I don't call it pop anymore. Like, I would call, it's like it's a Florida thing. Even though I'm not a Floridian right now, I will be down the road. At the end of all this, I'll be in Florida, in Ormond Beach, right by the ocean, because I got to be honest. I love the cliffs. I love the traveling, but my heart's in the ocean. I love it there, man. There's something about it. Just, I don't know. It purifies me all the way into my bones. And I would love to say that I stole that. I mean, I would love to say I originated that saying, but it's actually from the Matrix. When when the Oracle in part 2 was like, oh, no. In part 1, she's like, being the one is like being in love. You don't think you're in love, you just know it. Balls to bone, through and through. And like, ever since I heard that, I'm like, yeah. If I ever want to make an adamant point about something, I'm saying it's to the bone. All the way into my bone. It's sweating into my bones. This chicken's really good, but it's starting to get froze. And I hate it because, like, it's hurting the bottom of my fingernail. All right. So we usually do the movie thing. All right. So everybody here, do you guys and gals like Pink Floyd? I'm a huge Dark Side of the Moon fan. It's probably one of my favorite albums. So if you're a Pink Floyd fan, what is your favorite Pink Floyd album? Mine's Dark Side of the Moon. And the next one would be Division Bell. Somebody's up. You like The Wall? Okay. Which one? The first or the second? Because it's 2 CDs. Metal. Oh, that's a rare one, man. Oh, you like both? Okay. All right. Metal. A lot of people don't pick Metal as like their favorite album. You're a true Floyd fan. Mailing 2404. What are you from? Where are you from? I don't change it when it comes on the radio, but I can't listen to albums either. Oh, it's understandable. All right. What kind of music are you into, Jamie? Iowa. I went through Iowa. It's pretty there. It's very gorgeous and flat. And I took a lot of pictures of they had a bunch of those solar wind, like those where I drove through had those, what are the wind generators? I'm an idiot. I've got an average IQ on my best day. So yeah, but I like Iowa. It's real flat. I actually met a guy out there. Let me see, what was his name? I'd have to look his name up, but it was like Honeydew or something like that was his last name. He was a really nice guy. He was a farmer. He's like, I'm retired. I'm like, all right, oh yeah. The wind turbines, that's it. You can see the northern lights out there. The Casey's breakfast pizza. Where, in Iowa or in Arizona? Because that's where I am right now. Because I'll try it, dude. You know I'm about the pizza. I'm all about that pie. I love it. There ain't a pizza on this planet that I won't eat. Oh, it's in Iowa. Yeah, I'm. You know what? I did have the Casey's. I had it at the gas station. I had the Meat Lovers one because it was so big. It's really good. I had it on the short. I think I put it on my shorts feed that I was eating it. I can't remember if I did or not, but I definitely had it. I definitely have. It's good. It was like $6.84 for like a good size one. You did, yeah. See, I can't remember. My brain's all over the place. A lot of it too is like, I notice like I think different when I get away from society and I start doing this van life and bus life stuff. This is my second run at it, and I just get like, I don't want to say lackadaisical, but it's like everything's so simple. It's easy to forget stuff. Casey's Anwar breakfast pizza. All right, I'll try it. I hope they have it in Arizona. I am killing this chicken. Counting Crows. Okay. All right. The Beatles, Counting Crows. I'm not a big Beatles guy. I was born the same day John Lennon died, December 8th, 1980. Counting Crows I dig. Nirvana. I was a huge fan as a kid. I was 13 when Nirvana Unplugged came out. And I was a fan before that. I was definitely a big fan. That guy was something else. Kurt Cobain, Chris Novoselic, and Dave Grohl. Even Dave Grohl after the Nirvana, man, what he did with the Foo Fighters, super impressive. Powerful musician. Creative powerhouse. For sure. What about the same age? I was born in 80. All right. I never talk about a woman's age, so right on. Heck yeah. Days, that is, yeah. It's so easy to lose track of days doing the van life. I remember there was one time when I was living in the bus, I was living in the bus, and a week went by, and it's like you blink, and it would melt together, and I remember thinking, this isn't normal. I'm like, I shouldn't be thinking things are this way, like just melting together. Des rocks. I am the lightning. You know what I've been listening to a lot on the road is Chris Cornell. I Am the Highway. Need to. All right. I Am the Lightning. I'll listen to it tonight before I go to bed for sure, dude. I appreciate it, man. For sure. So I met this really nice woman and her son today in the Grand Canyon at the North Rim. And we were talking about movies, film, all kinds of stuff. Talking about life experience, traveling, all kinds of things. All right. Who here wishes there was another couple of seasons of Breaking Bad? I know it's never going to happen, but it's like this, this like deep hope I have inside for them to come out with like 2 more seasons, like din din din. Walter gets rushed to the hospital. He dies 3 times on the table. He needs a liver transplant because he gets shot in the liver. And because the police want to get him so bad, he gets the liver transplant. And on his way waiting to go to court, the guy that he was selling the guns, that he bought the guns from, that smoked out the hillbillies, rescues him out of court. And Walter goes back to the only thing he knows. Meth. I think that'd be like a great, finish out 2 more seasons. Yeah, just to lock him up. That's how the justice system works, right? I mean, they were even, remember, his brother-in-law said, I don't care if you got 6 months to live, you're doing it in jail. He's like, I'm dying of cancer. He's like, I don't care, you son of a bitch. Like, so definitely, if they wanted to like write it off from there, and like in the end, the very end, Skyler is the one who shoots him because he goes back to get his family. And then Walter gets hooked on meth, and he's this meth zombie maniac. And Skyler's like, Walt, I swear to God, you take one more step, I'm gonna smoke your fucking ass. I told myself I wouldn't swear on the channel, but I'm swearing. I don't care. It's late at night. And this is like rated R, late night stuff, right? And she's like, boom! And then Walter's meth, like, is really like a, oh yeah, this is perfect. It's really like it's like a zombie meth, right? And then it turns into the Walking Walt. And then it transitions from Breaking Bad into Walking Walt. And he comes back as a zombie and starts biting people. And this apocalypse of zombies that do meth just start running rampant on the earth. I'm sorry. All right, I got a little too carried away there. Anyhow, yeah, you could call it Breaking Bad, Walking Walt. Have it like half like Walter is a zombie, half Walter is like a fucking scientist. And then Jesse comes around with a fucking shotgun and a motorcycle, and he just starts smoking all these zombies. And then him and Skyler hook up, and they're like roaming the earth. This chicken is really good. I've almost eaten the whole thing. I gotta go find a dumpster to put it in because I am not keeping it in my car all night. Written the next season. I was just like brainstorming right there. I think it's possible though. You could do it. What do they do? It's like mixing. You know what? I know this is totally changing the subject. I have ADHD, but that's short for ADHD. And I don't understand why they don't mix a Kit Kat with a Reese cup and call it a Reese Cat or a Keese. Give me a Keese. Have you ever, I'm telling you, you tomorrow go to the gas station, get some Kit Kat bars and a Reese cups, and you put them on top of each other and you bite it. And there's something about the different chocolates and the peanut butter and the Kit Kat. Oh, you do it with, you got to do whole milk though. Don't sell yourself short. If you're going to go fat and sugary and diabetic, do vitamin D whole milk. And I'm telling you, man, you will be in another dimension. I promise you, you need to wake up to a bear friend hunting her for chicken. Yeah, no need to wake up to a bear. Yeah, you're totally right. Well, I'm not sleeping outside. I stay in the van. I'm not happening. I'll tell you what, my days of sleeping outside are over. So I got a funny bear story if you want to hear it. If you want to hear a bear story, let me know. Post in the comments. I got a crazy one. Yeah, okay, here we go. So, I'm in Cooks Forest. Oh, it's it. Oh, yeah, because did they walk around in Iowa? Before I get into the story real quick. Story, please. No problem. I just want to the bear. What kind of bear? No. Oh, okay. Anyhow, so I'm in Cooks Forest, Pennsylvania, where there's black bear. It says I'm at power mode. I'm going to turn the... Hold on, let me turn my house on real quick. So I can get some juice. Oh my God, this fucking chicken is everywhere. I'm going to have to fucking... Sorry. It's a little bit darker. I'll take the hat off because I had to unplug the light. Who cares? It's a scary... Not scary story, but... All right, so I'm in Cooks Forest, Pennsylvania. And like at this time, I was probably like 32 or 33, and I'm all about the adrenaline, right? And I don't think anything about others' safety when just sit in the mood. I don't think anything about others' safety when it comes to adrenaline at that time in my life. Now, everything that I do adrenaline is by myself. Because if somebody gets hurt, it's me, and I'm not going to influence anybody to do heart pumping stuff because it's fucking dangerous and stupid. And dangerous and stupid is my middle name, so I embrace it to the fullest as an alpha male and go forward. Anyhow, I get this guy, Robert, and Robert was slow, but like, that's not why I did it. Like, I brought Robert with us because like everybody would stay away from him from the group of people that I was hanging out with because he smelled bad. He had problems with hygiene. And I'm like, fuck you guys. If you're going to judge him like that, like, I'm going to hang out with him. So we take him camping. And a bunch of us go out. We're going camping. It's me, this girl named Katie, Chris, Robert, and I think there was one other person. And, well, no, here's, so we're all sitting around. This dude was like high level camper, man. Like as soon as we got out of the car, dude, his tent was set up like it was a mansion. So he was light years ahead of us with the camping. I'm like, God damn, Robert, you really know what you're doing. He's like, you're damn right I do, And a lot of people were real mean to him. So anyhow, the night's going by. We go buy a hookah and we smoke some hookah, like hookah tobacco. And I don't party or nothing like that. I don't drink. I don't smoke weed. I don't do nicotine anymore, even though I want to eat chewing tobacco all the fucking time. Anyhow, I'm like, dude, let's go out into the woods and look at the stars. Like, I swear to God, that was my motive. So we drive up to this place in Cooks Forest, Pennsylvania called Serenity Rock. There's another one called Bear Rock that everybody goes to, but I'm like, let's go to Serenity Rock. So it's about 11:30 at night. April. So, no, it's in May. So the bears are done hibernating. We're walking. Everybody's having this moment, just looking at the stars, because when you look up, if there's a new moon at that time during the season, you can see the gases in between the stars, just like you can in the top of the Grand Canyon on the North Rim, like right now. So we're sitting up there, right? Everybody's having a moment. They're talking about what they're grateful for and all this stuff. And I hear, and I was like, that's the loudest Harley Davidson I've ever heard in my life. That's what I'm thinking. I was like, huh. And then I hear, I mean, it was deep. And I was like, that thing's really close. I'm like, we're really far from the highway. And I don't know why. And then it dawned on me and I was like, oh my God. I'm like, okay. And it's pitch black, right? We don't have big flashlights, no weapons, no bear mace, no nothing, right? And I'm like, I need to figure out a way, as the person who suggested that we come up here, to get us the hell out of here alive. So I was like, all right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to tell them we need to leave because there's a bear over there. And what I'm going to do is I figured I can outrun the bear. They can't. So when I say when, we're going to run. And this goes through my head super fast, right? And I turn around and I said, Katie, you guys, we need to leave because that wasn't a Harley Davidson. That was definitely a bear. And it was like we all clicked at once. They're like, what do we do? I said, let's just start walking. And when I say run, you're going to run. And what I did was I ran toward the noise and told them to go to the left. Because I figure if we split, I can outrun the bear, and I'm athletic enough at the time because I train all the time. The chance of them getting caught is a little bit higher. It's not that they weren't athletic. It's just that I was really I'm always in shape, And Robert ran so fast. He made me look like I was like stuck in the mud. And he gets down to the bottom of that hill so fast. And we all get out of there and we get in the car and we take off. And we make it down the hill alive. And I remember thinking, never again are we going to Serenity Rock at night. And I have not been back there at night. Now, I've gone to Bear Rock with a group of people, but usually somebody's got a pistol. And it's illegal to have certain weapons in parks. But you know what? I am not going anywhere near bear country ever again without some sort of weapons. So that was a story about going at nighttime where there's bears. So stupid. I think it's a Harley Davidson. Yeah, 12 at night, gonna carry through the woods. Dumb. Ugh. I'm glad we made it out of that one alive. So, Jamie, what is KY? I'm stupid with when it comes to. Glad you all made. Yeah, me too. Me too. What is I don't know what KY is. I am so tempted right now to go back to Walmart and get some more. But I am so full. The commentator above that one. Oh. KY's channel. In America, they have right to bear arms. In Russia, they have whole bear. Yeah, but everybody in Russia is as strong as a bear. KY's channel, you'll probably appreciate this, man. I use kettlebells and sleds all the time. That's all I train with primarily is kettlebells. If you're from Russia. Duct tape is silver. I don't know. I'm not into them kind of jokes. I don't know. It's just not my style. LMAO. Yeah, I'm a dummy, huh? Pathan. I want to make sure I'm saying your name right. Is that how you say Pathan? Is it? I don't want to come off as offensive. All right, so enough of that story time. Laughing my ass off. Oh, no, I know what LMAO is. So, what is it? SMH, for years, I thought was smack my head like, oh my God, you're a dummy. But then I found out everybody said, no, dude, it's shaking your head. But I'm like, smacking your head, it's kind of the same thing. Just my opinion. Categorical thinking. It's all in perspective. It's all in the eye of the beholder. You know what? I'll tell you, this water's from the Grand Canyon faucets, and it's really tasty. I don't know if it's well or what, but it's really good. I hope they kept that thing cleaned out. I thought it meant. Oh yeah, I'm not. Do you live in a van full time? Right now, yes. I'm gonna be. Yeah, I work though. I love working. Well, that's a lie. I love doing a job I love, so I'm gonna have a job in Ormond Beach training people on strength and conditioning at a gym. Obviously, where else would you train people at? But sometimes I used to go to people's houses. But yeah, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna be. Yeah, I'm doing full-time van life right now for sure. It's like, if you have any questions on it and you've never done it and you're curious about it, ask away. I'll tell you, it's challenging. It's, if it's your dream, if you really want to do it, then do it. If you go to my channel, since you subscribed, I show you how to build the basics and what you need and why you need it, and it's pretty inexpensive. If you do a van, it's not hard to do. It's not hard to live out of. The only thing I'll say that's different about the van than the shuttle bus, it does not get nearly as cluttered as when you're doing the van life. The van life, every single day, probably 2 to 3 times a day, you're straightening up. It gets cluttered real easy. And that's even with minimal stuff. Right now, I have a roll-up mattress, which is on one of the episodes. It's a Japanese mattress. And they're actually really good for your back, because I wanted to have minimal amount of weight in the vehicle Down by a river? No, play it down by the ocean. Down by wherever I want. If I want to go live by a cliff, then I go live by the cliff. If I want to live by the ocean, which by the way was the greatest thing to wake up to, was the scream and the dark, deep crash of the ocean when I was living in a bus. There's no buzz that compares to that feeling. I'll take down by a river. That's peaceful, but down by the ocean, way better. That's 100% true. Every inch of space is valuable when living in a van. A bus seems so inconvenient to find a place to park, though. So here's the thing. I hit a couple cars. Not like it was a 40-foot shuttle bus. It red flags people to mess with you. It says, hey, I live in this vehicle. But like a Transit Connect, it doesn't say that. And my solar that I'm going to be connecting, it is a solar I can put on my dash right there. That way I can plug in it's like a battery that's connected to the solar. I'm going to be getting that. It's called a jack battery or something like that. I'm going to be getting that in 2 weeks. I had to wait on all my money to come in from when I had left. I mean, I left with money, obviously. Yeah. But yeah, it's if you want to save some cash, like the van life is the way to go. It's definitely like, it's kind of isolated though. I won't lie. Like you get a different respect and a deeper respect for nature. You feel kind of connected to the earth a little more, as crazy as that sounds. But at the same time, like people kind of look at you as like, what's their deal? Like, are they a drug addict? Are they doing this? Are they doing that? But I don't care anymore. Like I know that I'm not doing nothing wrong. I know why I'm doing it. I know I love doing it. It's dopaminergic, and like you never know what's going to happen in life. You never know it. The end could be tomorrow. And the last time I was doing the van life, I got a diagnosis of cancer, and I ended up having to go back to Ohio from Florida. And my buddy who's one of my good friends who's a surgeon, ear, nose, and throat doctor, had to go in and scrape out what ended up not being cancer. It's a crazy story. I don't even like talking about it, but it changed my perspective, and it actually made me leave the van life, because I'm like, dude, like, what if I would have been up, totally up Schitt's Creek without a paddle and not had anybody to help me, and it would have been cancer. What would I have done then? And then the one day I'm laying in my living room and I'm like, if I were to get sick today, right now, I would still be in just as much trouble, if not more, because how would I go to work? What would I do? And I'm like, there's a number of different reasons I went back to the van life. Again, it's like a temporary thing. I don't plan on doing it forever. I'm not going to do it for 3 years. I don't think I am going to do it for 3 years. There's property in Lake Placid, Florida, I would like to go get. There's like, you can get like half an acre for like $9,000. And ideally, I would love to be able to either, build a little house, a tiny home, or move into they've got these houses that are pre-built that are 20 foot. That's a 1-bedroom house that are like $12,000. So ideally I'd like to get, something like that. I had looked at, all my kids are grown now. I want to travel and not be tied down, but also want a small house to go to. Should I? Yeah, dude, I don't mean to be disrespectful by saying dude, but yeah, that's where I'm at. So I like to get, like I said, I'm going to do this hike. I'm going to go to Vegas. I've never been to Vegas. I'm going to light Vegas up. I know it's the town of lights, but I'm going to give them the alpha power. And I'm going to go down there and get wild. Hopefully, as long as I make money from Uber while I'm here in Arizona. So yeah, Jamie, if you want to do the van life, number one for sure is like, know that everything that you can plan, it'll be 75% accurate, and the other 25 will be like unpredictable. That's like one thing for sure with the van life. I'm called dude. Oh yeah, but you're a woman. I'm not calling a woman dude. It's like calling also like, you know, I try not to say the D word to people anymore. I'm trying to really get out of that habit. So look, if you're gonna go down to Florida, if you're with someone, you can go to Orlando, walk in the outlet. That's it's weird. Florida's no, I don't want to ask for anything. I just want to work for it. I appreciate the advice for sure, man. But yeah, I'm just gonna work, dude. I like the last thing I want is the stigma of um the stigma of like living in the van life always just begging for money. Like I'm not doing that. I'm gonna work. But one thing I can say is like if when I get to Ormond doing the van life, staying out there and working, I'll be able to make a killing. You get 150 1 hour timeshare meeting. Uh, I don't know anything about timeshares, so yeah. Oh yeah. And there's 70 different ones. Yeah, right on, right on. So, but yeah, I I'm just excited. I'm excited to be doing this channel. I hope I can bring people entertaining content. My hopes is that you can vicariously live through me. And like, if you have a hard day at work and you're like, I'm gonna go watch the Village Idiot travel around and do dumb stuff, you can just tune in. Tune into Ass Gym season. By the way, my name's Chris, and Raymond is the one who does the editing for all the channels. Now, he'll never be on the show. He does not like being in front of the camera. His magic is editing and learning how to edit, and he's getting better. Just, just like me, I can't lie. Like, it can be tiring being in front of the camera all the time because, like, every 10 minutes you're like, okay, I got to take this shot. This is a good shot. I can use this for sure. Your brain goes all over the place. But I'll do my best to upload on the live feed every night. But yeah, if you want to do the van life, I'd say, go for it. For sure do it. If you want tips and tricks, whenever I'm on the live feed, just ask. But yeah, let me know. And I don't know, what's my brain's like fogged. I've been talking way too much and I feel bad. So yeah, Jamie, here's another tip. If you're going to do the van life, build it yourself. Don't have a contractor do it, or have somebody help you, but do it yourself, because there's a feeling in that alone, the building of it. And when you're all done and you look around, you're like, I built this. You know what I mean? And it's special. There's a magic in that itself. And if you don't know how to do it, that's a lie. No, that's a lie. Know that you can do it. You're creative. You were created by gods who are creative, and you're made in their image and their likeness. So build away, and look at other channels. Look at how they did stuff. But one thing I'm going to say, cedar wood keeps out the insects, very light, very soft. Pre-drill all your holes. All you need is a screw gun, a razor knife, a saw, a hammer, some screws, some creativity, you do need thin plywood for certain parts sometimes. Carpet, pad, the tools for putting that down, you can do it. You can definitely do it. There's no doubt in my mind, because I am a buffoon and I did it more than once, twice, 3 times a lady. All right, everybody. And, so thanks for tuning in. I am absolutely smoked. I've been driving. I've been talking for 50 minutes and I'm sick of hearing myself talk. So I appreciate all of you and the road fam. We are the road fam. That's what we are. I think would be awesome is if like there's like a group of road fam YouTube warriors. We are the YouTube road warriors. So Safe travels. Yeah, that's what we are, the road warrior. We are the road. I appreciate the safe travels and safe life for you too. All of you have a great night. I will be up tomorrow night. Keep uploading. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for following. And I will talk to everybody later. You have a wonderful night as well. Bye-bye.